morning from West Mersey. My first video for a few weeks for various reasons. I've been on holiday to Portugal, so it's actually my first paddle for about a month as well. So it's nice to be on the water, even though it's not a particularly nice day. And it's just gone 4:30 in the morning, and I'm heading out to the packing shed just to do a bit of radio, HF. So I've got the kayak all loaded up. I did do a little bit of paddling actually, come to think of it. I flew into Porto, then on to Lisbon, and then down to Albufeira, and I went on a little paddling excursion from Albufeira. Went out on a boat with loads of other people and my wife Nicola, and actually I'll put a little bit of a clip of video up because I took some video.
Thank you very much.
Very good, my friend.
Thank you.
Perfect, sir.
Okay, so well, I think you'll agree there's a bit of a different vibe there to this. Had a little bit of swell, which made it quite good fun and interesting conditions that I wouldn't sort of normally get around here. So that was pretty good. So anyway, out to the shed. So the reason I came this early really is I was thinking of putting up a quarter wave for 40 metres and maybe getting a bit of grey line DX. So I mean, I was kind of here as early as it felt sort of reasonable. As it was, I got up at 3:30 this morning. I got a few spots of rain. I bought a change of clothes, so what I'll do is I'll put the vertical up before I get changed. So I'll do that first, and then I can see what's about on 40. I think I might be a bit late, to be honest, but there'll be some activity on there regardless. Need to lash the vertical to the uprights on the decking. We've still got a few birds that are nesting. Most of them are fledged, but I was out here for a open day last week, and there's a few little chicks. In fact, I can see them just there scampering up the beach. 3 little chicks, and that nest is right next to the fairly near the shed, so just need to be mindful not to disturb them. We had the open day and we cordoned that off the other day, and it didn't seem to bother them too much, and there was sort of quite a few people about, so should be alright with me. Is this frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use? CQ, 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 2 Echo 0, Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. 2 Echo 0, Whiskey Mike Golf Portable.
Getting up and early and paddling out there. I guess you are dealing with the tides. But yeah, you're actually a very, very good signal here. So fantastic. Thank you, Kevin. You're also 5'9" here in South Florida, 70 miles north of Miami. My name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango. Nice signal this morning into Florida, over.
I'm running 100 watts, 100 watts. The radio is a Yaesu FT891, and the antenna is a quarter wave vertical with 3 elevated radials. The center point, or the feed point for the antenna is probably about 10 10 feet above the ground. I'm on a small island called Packing Shed or Packing Marsh Island. So I'm completely surrounded by salt water. Zulu Lima 2, Zulu Lima 2. Can you give me your suffix, please? Go ahead.
Roger, Golf Delta. Jiminy, Golf Delta, over.
Yeah, got you there. Zulu Lima 2, Golf Delta. Zulu Lima 2, Golf Delta. Any DX, go ahead.
Alpha Juliet 4, Echo
Alpha Juliet 4, Echo
November.
November, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The name is Bobby, and I'm located in South Carolina there. I give you the signal for it on the next round, do you?
5959, good signal, go ahead.
Okay, you run around about a 5.6 to 5.7. A little bit of QS paper, but I'm trying to read this thing. It says something about Packing Shed Island, kayak operator. Is that right?
Okay, right, can't really grumble at that. So I had first contact there was Carl, M0ICR, who I work quite often, one of the Work Tour Britain guys. And then into the States, Whiskey 1, Mike, Bravo, Bravo, Grant, ZL2, Golf Delta in New Zealand, and then another station, Bobby, Echo Juliet 4, Echo November in the States. So pretty good. I'm going to have a little tidy up because everything's everywhere. I'll just show you outside first. So time is now getting on for 6 o'clock. Yeah, 5:57. I think it's sort of more or less high tide now. So you can see the vertical here. So the feed point is there, all the way up there. It's a bit bowing over in the wind. That's not 8 knots, I know that much. There's an 8 knot speed limit here, and that isn't 8 knots. So yeah, so this works pretty well, and I've just got the 3 radials going down, actually tied off onto a chair over there and a chair there, and onto the wooden rail here. A bit of a tidy up, and listen to the early morning news, and then I'm going to get some breakfast on the go. And that's not 8 knots either. Okay, time's now about 25 to 7, sorry. And I just put the dipole on the flagpole here that I've put up here many times. Never had any problems with it before, and it works really well, considering there's no balun and it's just fed with RG174, and the other half sort of sloping down to the rail over there. And I'm getting a kind of an infinite SWR, and I'm going through a little connector, and I've swapped the connectors over, PL259 to BNC connector, and it's still the same, and I've jiggled it around a little bit. There's nothing really to go wrong at that end, and everything looks fine. So I'm assuming it's something to do with the plug here, which is the BNC plug. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave this out here actually, this dipole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it home with me, and I'm going to put a PL259 on it. I get these from SOTA beams actually. It's quite hard sometimes to get PL259s that go onto RG174 to source them. But I originally had the BNC on there because I run the Whisper Light with it. The little, again from SOTA beams, little Whisper Light beacon, and it works pretty well. But I tend to use it more actually with a radio that has a PL259 or an SO239 rather on the back. So I've got a couple of ways actually. I've got a dipole that I can put up as well. I've also got a vertical, but I think what I'll try and do is just fashion some sort of vertical up here with the bits for my vertical that is basically a shorter version of the quarter wave for 40 here with elevated radials, obviously on a shorter pole. So it's not a dead loss, but yeah, so I'll take that home and change that. But I also bought this with me, and this is what I was going to try and see if I could get a couple of contacts on it, or even one, which is a little True SDX made by DL2MAN and P1NNZ, I think that says on there without my reading glasses. Well, not made by them. This is actually made by Richard G0NAD, put together from a kit, and little batteries for it. These actually came from I just bought this little battery holder online and from Amazon, and then I bought a torch that had 4 of these batteries in it, 3000 milliamp hour, 3.7 volts. So 3 of them runs that, and the speaker in this is terrible. So I've got like a little extension speaker here that I normally use with my Zygu X6100. So I'm going to try and fashion something for 20 meters, because hopefully that'll start coming into life in a little while, if not already. Okay, I've had a bite to eat. I thought about bodging dipole onto the pole here, which I've got the means with which to do it, but I decided against it. So I've just been having a bit of a tidy up, and what I'm going to do, I've kind of lost enthusiasm, if I'm honest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pack up and I'm going to go for a little paddle, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to go back to bed for a couple of hours. This can wait for another day. And I've just put got the 20 meter dipole there. I've cut the end off, the plug off the end, so I just need to take that home with me and fix it for next time round. So yeah, the True SDX, play with that another day. Ready to go. Everything's tidy. Tide's gone out a bit. Just got to drag the kayak down there, and we're off.